Morning and welcome to the Franchise Minute. I am Anna Wilds, the franchise economist. Today's topic is actually call centers, but it's also part of our founder series. We have Bill Dowd, the founder of Skedaddle, Humane Wildlife Control. Bill, welcome.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for having me on.
We are delighted to have you on. I can't wait for people to hear about Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control, the story behind it, and then how you have a call center to help support your franchisees and drive revenue generation for them. All
Right.
right, very good. Well, Bill, start us off with a little bit about you and your background.
Sure. So I am the founder, president, CEO of Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control. I started this business way back in 1989. So 33, 34 years in business. Um, and basically, I started in my childhood bedroom, my parents' home. And basically, it was a success right off the get-go. And any city within an hour radius. We're based in Hamilton, Ontario. It's right in the middle between Toronto and Buffalo. And an
Mhm.
hour in any direction, we were successful. So I just kept growing and growing. I have operations in Ottawa, Ontario, which is 6 hours away, Montreal, Quebec. So I had enough on my plate. So I thought, okay, let's get into franchising and show this opportunity to the rest of America and Canada and grow this brand across two countries.
And that you are doing. So help the audience understand what Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control does and the different, and you have, well, I'm not going to steal your thunder. Tell us all about it.
Sure. So we can do what Uber did to the taxi industry. Totally unique and different. When most people
Mhm.
have an animal in their attic or chimney, they think trap it, relocate it, take it to the country, out of sight, out of mind. That is the last thing we do here with Skedaddle. We humanely remove the animals, keep them as a family unit, and then more importantly, we animal proof the structure so the animals can't get back in and give that homeowner a lifetime guarantee. If they ever have a problem again, we're here. So very unique and different concept. And the majority of our revenue is the animal proofing of the structure. Our friends and partners at Raintree, our franchise development company, came up with the word light duty construction. We're
Okay.
sealing up chimneys and vents on your roof and vents on your
Right.
walls because we're well past the time where we can get all the animals out of our cities or suburbs. They're here to stay. Their numbers are growing
Oh,
every single the numbers are growing every single year. So homeowners need to realize, whether you see a skunk, a raccoon, a squirrel, a bat, a mouse, best solution is to wildlife proof your home. That's what
yes.
we've been industry leaders since 1989 doing that.
Well, I know that as my husband explained to me, when you have a squirrel, you don't have a squirrel. You have all their brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, and fifth cousins. And they'll come visit you over and over and over again.
Exactly. Research out there states in a 2 block radius, a 1 mile radius, there's anywhere from 15 to 50 raccoons. As we
Wow.
as humans are sleeping, there's a whole ecosystem of nocturnal animals out there: raccoons, skunks, opossums, mice, rats, bats. It's a jungle out there in our urban centers when we're sleeping, and we just can't keep up with the demand, whether it's our long-term franchise locations or franchisees just opening. They're booking now sometimes 2, 3 weeks out. We just can't keep. They want to. Bill, I never knew I'd be this successful. I have to hire more people. I have to get more trucks on the road, and that's what we're here to support as a franchise system. It's all about supporting our franchisees so they can be successful.
Well, what a beautiful setup for. Now, let's talk about call centers. I had a franchise candidate named Alexandro. I presented some franchises that matched what he was looking for very well. And he dropped one of the franchises, Bill, because they they did not have a call center. And
Right.
so I'd love for you to share with our audience why you as a franchisor know how important that is. Explain why that's important and how it can help reduce costs for franchisees, and also help with their revenue generation? I know that was a loaded question, so you can take it one by one.
Yeah, I think our call center, it's an in-house call center. It's not, overseas. They're not only answering our franchisee leads or calls, people that have problems with wildlife, but also my founder location. So I still own and operate 23 founder locations, which, so 1 minute my call center could be answering a call from somebody in Montreal, speaking French to that person. The next minute, somebody in Milwaukee or Maryland. So we're hiring great people. It allows our franchise owners to focus on growing the business. They can be out in the community managing their staffs or hiring a general manager to run the business for them, knowing that when somebody has a wildlife issue, the phone is going to be answered. It's not like it's another franchise concept, maybe a dog grooming or dog sitting
Mhm.
or a painting business, what have you. When
Mhm.
people phone us, they're ready to buy. So I've always been a
Right.
firm believer in it's all about customer service. Here at Skedaddle, we don't compete on price. We compete on customer service. We're probably going to be the highest in the industry, or if not, one of the highest. But nobody's going to beat us on customer service. So I take that same approach now with my franchisees that we want to answer their phones for them. They can focus on working on the business rather than in the business. And we want that franchise owner. We don't want him on a roof. We don't want him chasing animals.
Right.
We want him growing the business and hiring staff to do so. And that's something that I have trained. My first hire 34 years ago, I had to train everything. And all those years of training, we've got our training systems wrapped up into a bow. So when a new franchisee comes in, we can train him and his staff to perfection so they can be a successful skedaddle owner.
Well, I heard you say him. So, do you have any female owners? If not, I can help you with that, maybe.
Well, we do not have any female owners. We have a number of female sales in sales as technicians. So yes, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you are entrepreneurial, want to
Mhm.
make money, want to make a difference in the community, want to help people get ahead and give employment to people. A skedaddle franchise is the way to go, whether you're male or female. Failure is not an option here with Skedaddle. We are
Right.
going to be here to support those franchisees, so they're almost sick of hearing from us. We want them to reach out on a daily basis to help them. I don't want them to make the mistakes that I made. As any business
Right.
owner, we've all made many, many mistakes to get where we're at. So when we see those issues coming, we want to be there to help our franchisees.
You remind me, Bill, of another founder of a franchise that I spoke to many years ago named Brian. And he said, Anna, we train our franchisees till they tell us to stop.
Exactly. We say the same thing. There is no stupid question. You might, oh, I don't
Right.
know how to do this. Put your hand up. Phone,
Yeah.
nowadays with video calls, it's
Mhm.
almost like we could be on site on every one of your job
Right.
sites. And our
Mhm.
phones don't stop ringing. Our call center typically takes anywhere from, over 1,000 phone calls a day. So, you know,
That's
um, s-
amazing.
7 days a week. It's because people, they get home from work and maybe they hear a noise running around their attic. They're going to phone you at 10 o'clock at night. They're going to phone you at 9 in the morning on a Sunday morning. So I want my call center there to answer that phone call because that could turn into a $2,000 job, a $10,000, a $50,000 job. Because
Wow.
our average price is anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. Takes one or
Mhm.
two technicians anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. So or a big bird job, a big bird netting job, which could be 30, 40, $50,000 for big
Wow.
commercial clients. So, um, why have that phone call go to a voicemail or something? Pick up the darn phone and talk to that homeowner and get a service technician out to that job site to see what's going on.
Well, one of the things that I absolutely find a massive differentiator is that you provide a lifetime guarantee. Just here locally, I had carpenter bees, and the local company would not even come because they know there's such a problem getting rid of, and they recur and recur and recur. So you're saying you'll get rid of them and keep them gone, or you'll come back and handle it at no extra charge. That is just amazing. That really
Right,
is.
exactly. Obviously, that's taken a number of years to get our systems in place
Mhm.
because we're people are spending top dollar with us, so we have to give them good customer service, and they need that guarantee. People are spending; they
Mhm.
don't want spend that money again. So we've worked out all those kinks. In the old days, we used to be 1 year guarantee, the 3, 5, 10. Then we just said, you know what? We know when we do the job right the first time, they're not getting back in. And if they do, if it's something that we did wrong, then they have that warranty with us.
That's really wonderful. Well, Bill, explain the other revenue streams or services that Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control also has.
Right. So we have 4 revenue streams under the Skedaddle brand. First and foremost is the wildlife control. It cash flows the quickest. The demand is so high. But once we're at that job site, we might see ants, carpenter bees, spiders, wasps. So we'll say, oh, you're concerned with bugs. Let's get you on our pest control program.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we're in the attic, we'll see raccoons and mice and bats will urinate, defecate. They contaminate the insulation, odors, diseases, parasites. So we'll remove all that contaminated insulation, blow in an environmentally friendly cellulose insulation. So those can be some big ticket items as well, 5, 10, 15, $20,000 jobs. And the beauty of that is a lot of time your homeowner policy will cover that. For us to bring it back to prior to that raccoon or squirrel,
Mm-hmm.
damaging your attic space. So wildlife control, pest control, attic restoration, and the real fun one, not that dealing with baby animals every day, or not every day, but in baby season isn't fun enough, is we do professional Christmas decorating. And this business has just taken off like crazy. Our staff and our franchise staff, they're used to climbing ladders. They're used to being on roofs. So it's a natural progression into professional
Mm-hmm.
decorating. We provide all the product for the homeowner, um, beautiful, stunning displays. We take it down, we store it in our warehouse, and we have a 75% renewal rate. So it
Wow,
helps
that's
you grow your wildlife business because you staff up in the winter for the Christmas decorating. You get all the lights down in January, February, March rolls around, and guess what? Baby animals are born, and we start going crazy with the baby season. So those are the 4 revenue streams that we allow our franchisees to add. So basically, rather than buy 5 different concepts, each
right.
doing pest control under the Skedaddle brand, you get 4, soon to be 5. We've researched and developed mosquito control. So I know there's mosquito control franchise concepts out there. Now there's going to be Skedaddle mosquito control. We're going to roll that out to our franchisees next spring and summer.
Wow, that is really amazing. You're so many ways you differentiate yourself. So a franchisee can own a market and continue to grow in that exact same market by adding on 3 and potentially 4 additional revenue streams with
Right.
Skedaddle. It's just
Yeah,
really
exactly. Yeah.
grand opportunity, and it's clear, Bill, that you are a franchisee centric organizations. That's really great. All right, share with us like a big misconception or myth that people have about Skedaddle.
Probably the biggest is people say, "What? You can make money at doing this?" They nobody really knows our business exists out there until they have a problem, and then they go online. We're at the top of Google with search engines, and people don't realize you can make money at this, but it is very, very lucrative as a business owner. If you follow our system, you're buying a
Mhm.
franchise to follow the system. Don't reinvent the wheel. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So that's probably the biggest misconception, and the demand for the services. We're
Yeah.
booking, as I said, some friends 3, 4 weeks out, where money is just slipping through your fingers because you don't have another truck on the road or staff hired when those babies arrive and the busy season comes upon us. So we're there to coach and help those franchisees so they capitalize on their investment.
Well, Bill, I can't believe it, but we're out of time. That went really quickly. Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control is a fascinating and unique, potentially lucrative franchise opportunity. Thank you for sharing that with our audience. This has just been really eye opening. So, this is Bill Dowd, the founder, CEO, and president of Skedaddle Humane Wildlife Control. Bill, thank you so very much for being here and enlightening our audience.
Well, thank you for having me on, Anna. And of course, if anyone wants to learn more about Skedaddle Wildlife Control, you have to talk to somebody who has wild in her last name. So give Anna a call, and she can help you out about all the information about Skedaddle.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm happy to help anyone learn more about Skedaddle and see if it's really the right fit for them. Well, audience, thank you for joining us. We want you to come back next week where we're going to talk about fitness. And guess what? Fitness is not a fad. Come back, learn a lot. I'm Anna Wilds, the franchise economist. See you next week.